Well, hold on. Let me spin you in a different direction here. You ready for this?
Spin it.
I've been every now and again I come up with a question that I want to ask you, and I get so pumped to ask this question, and it's never a great question. It's never like a great question. It's never.
It's not 110% question.
It's not 110% question. And you don't know that I feel this way before I ask these questions. But every single time I've asked you a question, I have felt that way.
Sure.
Right.
Okay.
And this is how. So here's the question. All right, so I have to set you up with a visual context. You're in a visual, right? You're at whatever racetrack you want to be at, and you're watching the fastest car in the world go around the track. Uh-huh. It's just you. You're watching the fastest. It's the fastest car.
And it's only one car?
It's one car, and it's doing what it does. It's going the fastest any car has ever gone in the history of cars going fast.
But it's the car I want, and it's going as fast?
It's not necessarily the car you want, but just
okay. I'm watching the fastest car in the world.
You're seeing the fastest car in the world.
Okay.
And it's going around the track. Uh-huh. And it stops right in front of you. Uh-huh. And now you're looking at the fastest car in the world. Stop right in front of you. You see it? Do you see it? What color is it?
What color is that car?
Yeah.
Midnight green. It's midnight green.
Okay.
It is a sick midnight green. And on top of that, it's a midnight green, and it's got a faded burnt orange Starsky and Hutch stripe going from the back down to the sides of the car.
Okay. You're the first person from the 80s, 90s generation that didn't say red.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like, the way you just reacted.
I know why they say that.
Yeah.
I get why. Because, I mean.
In the 80s and 90s.
Dude, red cars.
Red, not only red
cars. Red goes fast.
Red was the fastest color ever. When we were in the 80s, dude, it's because it's not. I don't think it is that way anymore. Because like my kids, when I ask them this question, they don't know what color the car is.
For real?
They have no. They're like, you got. I mean, I'm like, dude, I told you, say the first thing. With you, I didn't even tell you to say the first thing. I was so confident you were going to say red.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell you to go with the first thing that comes to your mind.
No, I see. The whole thing is like when you say red. One, we come from a time where. So, like, red was fast, but the thing with my Uncle Johnny once, dude, and, like, again, not the smartest guy. Like, I would never say he's poignant. I would never say he's, like, philosophical or even has, like, the deepest thoughts in the world.
Yeah.
But he did. He's like, you know why they make fast cars red? And I was like, why? He's like, the opposite of stop. He's like, it's a visual contradiction.
So you want with a go color?
Yeah. He's like when you think go. Yeah. Like if I say go, you either think green, maybe like a cooler color that allows you to go.
Yeah.
When you think stop, your mind either goes to a stop sign or a traffic light, maybe. And it's red. The car is a visual contradiction to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I am driving a car that the color says stop, but look how fast I'm going.
Okay, I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where I was like, damn.
And now I'm going to have his back a little bit and say Uncle Johnny is philosophical.
No, see, that's the whole thing about it, dude. I was like, you know what? You've been a color red my whole life. You've been a color red.
Dude, and I will say this, for me, and I'm probably not the only person that has this. The color stop for me is an effeminate white guy's hand out like this. Stop.
Now when you say effeminate.
Yeah.
And he's doing this. Are you sure he's not doing it?
He's not? So the reason why he's doing
is his head back?
And the reason why his hand isn't out like that
is
because the reason why he's saying stop is very specific. He's trying to stop black kids in elementary school from cutting line in the lunch line.
Well, yeah, you got to stop.
You got to stop that. Right? That was my first. Well,
Sidney. Well, Sidney, those are that. Yeah.
I mean, listen. You don't listen. You don't have to necessarily stop it. We had a coup for the effeminate white kids that would try to stop people upstart because like one of the they started fighting. They started getting fought. Rather.
Of course,
they weren't fighting, so they gave up on the stop, and then they start also just cutting as well. It became just like this free for all where people were just like jostling into line, like this big ball of kids just trying to jostle into the front of the line, and people would get shoulder blocked and like moved to the back. It was like a pecking order.
Sure.
And they would just get shoulder blocked to the back, and the line would kind of just like filter out with the toughest people would be first, and then the people that were not as tough but willing to scrap would be in the next section. And then the section after that was like the people that like weren't necessarily willing to scrap or weren't necessarily tough, but they loved talking shit.
Sure.
And then behind me, because that was my group. Yeah. Oh, Nick, you got pushed in the middle. Yeah.
I hope they still have green beans. Yeah. I mean, I find that interesting because, like, I remember being in elementary school, and there were a couple butters. That happened, but those kids, it wasn't like there was no.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, we weirdly enough, and this is crazy. It was actually like when I think back on it, I'm like, damn, that's crazy that we had that guy there. We had a single lunchroom attendant. Did you guys have one of those?
Yeah,
dude. I look back and I'm like, that guy's only. And dude, I never saw him doing any other janitorial work.
Yeah,
I never saw him anywhere in the building. He was in the lunchroom, and all he did, he had not a lanyard, but like just a small whistle. Mm-hmm. And like he would just be like, hey, make sure you throw that away. That was his whole deal.
That job was ahead of its time because when we were kids, the people that were in that job should have been on their phone the whole entire time.
Oh yeah.
Like they look back, they probably don't have those jobs now, those same people. But they look back with the technology we have now, and they think about, man, if I had this phone back then, I probably wouldn't have been fired from that job from ogling kid ass or whatever. You know what I mean?
There was a couple. The crazy thing about this guy, Mr. Henderson, that was his name. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
If you were to see him, you'd be like, yeah, I guess that's the only job you could do.
Yes.
He was a very large man.
They all are.
And
they're all landmarks.
Dude, and when he walked, he did that thing. I don't think I ever saw that guy's knees bend. He walked like kind of like he's shitting his pants all the time. But I remember there was a few incidences where kids would, butt in line. Mm-hmm. And I remember like he stopped it. And then he was like, all right, everybody. The one thing I guess he was also trained in it. Our thing was, give me 5.
Okay.
So like if you wanted the kids' attention, like give me 5, and it was like your 5 senses, like
yeah.
So you'd be like, all right, everyone, give me 5, and everyone like looks, and he's like, listen.
Wait. All 5 senses?
All 5 senses.
He wanted your taste?
He wanted the taste, and he wanted the touch.
Give me a little taste and touch. Right.
All right. Yeah, I guess they're 5. Maybe.
No. Ask for 3
It was time. Looking and listening. I don't know what the other 3s were.
Yeah, actually, just 2. You don't even want smell.
No, but they wanted 5.
Why do you want all 5? This is why he lost his
You know
job.
what? He was taking it way too literally.
Dude, that's 110%.
That is 100.
He should only be asking for 2. He's asking for all 5. He's going above.
I want taste.
Give me a little taste.
He got everyone's attention. He's like, look. He's like, nothing in here. Nothing behind these counters changes.
Yeah.
He's like, it's all the same. It doesn't change. He's like, what you're fighting for is irrelevant. And I remember we were like, I think it was the first time we ever heard the word irrelevant.
Yeah.
And we were just like, what? He's like, it doesn't matter.
And coming from him must have been mind-blowing.
Dude, it was crazy.
Like that guy said irrelevant before either one of your parents did.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I would have thought it was a curse word.
And before that, like the only time you ever heard him speak was just like, make sure you throw that away. Like I thought that's all. I thought he was like an automaton, and that's all he could say.
Yeah,
which is like, make sure you throw that away. But dude, he laid it down. And I remember like the lunch ladies that were there. Keep in mind, this is an elementary school. Mm-hmm. The cafeteria is not gigantic.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 ladies working the fucking thing, and they're standing there. He's like, these women they just made the same things for everybody. Yeah. Nobody spent. It was great because he really did give us solidarity in the way that we realized that none of us were special.
Yeah.
But it was also like, man, we're not. Like he kind of like, we were told, like, hey,
yeah,
you're a unique individual. And like, if you work really hard, you can get where you need to go.
You can get a chicken cutlet.
Remember getting sold the lie?
I believe that, by the way. That lie is completely what has formed my personality in a lot of ways. Dude, all of those lies, I was the cheesiest kid you would ever come across. I believed everything they said at the end of G.I. Joe.
I mean, see, the thing with the PSAs in G.I. Joe, one, a lot of them were like general information. Like, I believe that if you see power lines in the street that are sparking,
yeah,
you need to get an adult. Like,
dude,
I don't
cover.
I don't need to. Yeah, dude, I don't need to.
Those power lines do not need your 5.
Yeah, they don't need any. If anything, they just need to look.
Yeah,
they need one. They need one of them.
Yeah.
I think the G.I. Joe PSAs. I think the other one that was really that really hit home for me was if you smell smoke in the house. And it was, I really did appreciate it because at no point in time in those PSAs, especially with maybe there was one later, but with the smoke in the house, it was all just getting out of the house, and they never went over the stop, drop, and roll thing.
Yeah,
stop, drop, and roll.
Wait, somebody did stop, drop, and roll when we were kids because it was all the time. It was cyclical all the time.
No, they did it. They talked about stop, drop.
But not G.I. Joe, but there was some cartoon that was always telling us to stop, drop, and roll at the end of it.
I don't remember what that was.
Okay, keep going.
I remember them giving, like, we had assemblies about stopping, dropping, and rolling.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, damn, I'm so glad. Like, dude, the fear of house fires in the suburbs was out of control, dude.
Also, in the hood, the idea of somebody seeing you fall was so, like, petrifying.
Yeah, no one wants that.
Many people in the black community would burn to death just standing just leaning up against the wall. I ain't falling for nobody.
Dude, I've also never
miss me with all that fall shit.
I ain't dropping down.
Yo, you drop.
Nah,
yo, drop this conversation.
Motherfucker better have a bucket of water. I ain't dropping down.
Yo, how about this? You drop, I roll. How about that?
I'm out. No, I've only seen 2 people on fire my entire life.
Yeah.
And neither one of them stopped, dropped, and rolled.
Okay.
And both of these men went to school with me where we knew the information. And I also keep in mind when they were on fire, one was way more on fire than the other.
Yeah.
At no point in time did anyone say, stop, drop, and roll. No one ever screamed it out.
So before we get into it, was it a pants fire or a shirts fire?
One was both.
Okay.
One kid, he was on fire.
He was lit.
He was so lit.
So lit.
And to a point where, like, it was one of those things where you see it and before your instinct goes to help, you're like, oh, like you are almost like frozen, like, whoa, that's crazy right now.
See, because I was like, as far as like jumping in to help things, my color as a kid was yellow, not cowardly yellow.
Caution
yellow.
Caution.
Yeah. I could go green in an
instant. You gotta take it. I was giving that fire my 5 cents. I was giving that fire 5. Oh, unfortunately, I almost gave it 5 minutes, and he would have.
You went yellow, red.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. But yeah, we were fucking around with a fucking goddamn Molotov cocktail. We made a Molotov cocktail,
of course,
and we were fucking around with it.
You gotta know, as a kid, you got to know that you can make one of those things.
Finding out you can make an amazing incendiary device in middle school is like one of the. It's almost like the fucking the Dawn of Man song from 2001 starts playing. You're like, what? I didn't know. I didn't think about that.
You basically have napalm.
Straight up. You didn't. You and you also we didn't respect the power.
No.
We did not respect the power. We were also going on like, you see it in movies and you do think like, oh, this is just a light it up and chuck it and everything's cool.
Yeah,
and I guess in some regards, yeah, that is how it works. But unfortunately, this guy, Maddie, he fucking, like, we did the thing where, like, he's like, you got to soak the rag a little bit. You got to soak it. So he's doing that, but he's, like, not, like, he's getting kerosene on his hands.
He's drippy.
Hard.
Why are you so drippy?
And he's, like, wiping it. And then, like, he's also, like, he has the gas can that we were fucking around with. And, like, we had spilled beforehand. It was on his shoes. It was on his pants. It was all over the fucking dude. So, like, when he lights it up, his hands light. His hand, like, they started getting, and then he does the thing, but he drops the bottle.
Yeah.
But then we're like, oh, dude, get it. And then he grabs it. But when he grabs it, like, I guess the rag was not in it all the way.
Yeah.
So the rag came out, and now you just have, like, flaming liquid.
Yeah.
And it got on his pants and on the back of his shirt. So he's, like, running. We're like, oh, dude. It got to a point where he, like, was trying to take his pants off. But, like, when he did stop, because we were like, stop, we all, dude.
You stomp him out?
Stomping a kid to save his life.
Now he's part of the gang?
Dude, he was it.
He was it.
Regardless of what gang
we were he's a crypt now.
Crippled. He's crippled.
He's a crippled.
He's crippled. He was blood for a little bit. And then after skin
do the crippled walk.
It was, it was crazy that we did that. But the cutting in line thing, just letting us know that, it was all the same. And it was all like the same. And after that, you did see an influx of kids bringing their own lunches to school. Like when you are like told like, yo, dude, this is like borderline government food. This is crap, dude.
Yeah.
You're eating crap. Sure, it's nutritious, but like it's all the same. You're not getting a better Salisbury steak than this guy at the end.
No, they're clones of each other.
Yeah.
Maybe because I think they were more than they were clones because we didn't have that technology back then. We had carbon copies. So the first 5 Salisbury steaks, mwah.
Probably.
The last 2, barely Salisbury.
Yeah, no, I mean, they were copies of a copy.
Yeah, they were copies.
But they were all like, they didn't taste any different. And that was like another thing where even when I got into high school, like, don't get me wrong, lunches improved. We had better food technology, I guess, in 1999 going into 2003. Yeah. But, the fact that people were like, no, I got to get first in line. I'm like, for what?
Well, it wasn't about the food. It was about the power of moving up when you weren't supposed to. It was the rebellious nature of it. Like no one boy ever gypped line for pragmatic reasons.
I mean, I guess so.
No, you cut and most of the times I wasn't a high frequency line cutter as a kid.
You weren't a jumper.
Nah, man, I was more of a looper. I would go back in line and talk to my past self.
How's it looking up there? Well, it turns out it's all the same up there. I came from the future. It sucks.
Sidney keeps cutting behind me.
Actually, you can go front.
Yeah.
I mean, the only line cutting I did agree with, and it's not even that I agree, but I did respect the rule, was front seat, back seats.
What do you mean?
So, like, say if someone was standing behind you and you knew them, they'd be like, yo, front seat, back seat, and they would get in front of you and you'd be behind them. And then you just be like, motherfucker. But then you could do it. It was like, it was a stupid fucking.
Oh, it's a little game.
It's a dumb game. That was like the only.
Similar to like once you get a car, the Chinese fire drill.
Straight up.
So it was the Chinese fire drill for kids that had no
car.
No car. Dude.
No car.
I was going to get into my cutting career, but that just reminded me of something. So when you're a kid, right? And you have a bike that has pegs on it.
Yeah.
You're basically an Uber.
Oh, I know. Neighborhood. Dude, I've Ubered a couple people.
So I had a bike with pegs for a very short amount of time because my older brother came down from Reading and stole it. I don't even know if he knew I had a bike with pegs. He would just periodically come to like he lived in Reading, Pennsylvania. We lived in Pottstown. He would periodically just come to Pottstown, heist a bunch of bikes, and then ride back to Reading on a bike with bikes stacked on top of each other, like a perpendicular across the frame of his bike. Multiple times we saw him, my mom, we would be driving somewhere and he was my brother, same dad, different mom.
Sure.
And we would be driving somewhere and we'd see my brother riding back towards Reading, Pennsylvania with like 3 bikes stacked on a bike.
So here's the thing, man. I don't ever want to be that guy. But let's just say I'm a cop.
Okay.
And I see a young black fella riding a bike with several other bikes stacked on top of them.
Several.
Never
just one other bike.
Several.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that that's suspicious, but that's fucking. I would be like, excuse me. And if he was like, where are you going? It was like, back to Reading. I'd be like, I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Like, we have to take these bikes from you, dude.
Dude, I wouldn't even say that's suspicious. I would say that's a crime.
Yeah.
That is 100%
What's he doing?
A crime.
Committing a crime.
That's a crime right there. I know that for a fact.
You can't have that many bikes on bikes.
So my brother is a career criminal. And he was one of those kids that early on people were like, you ain't gonna be nothing but a criminal. And obviously, dude, he just went on that trajectory. And to give him credit, which I feel like he deserves some, because when you live that lifestyle, you get a lot of people kind of coming down at you.
Sure.
Right? When I was in college, so around, I guess it was like 1998, 1999, there was this news going on. It was like all summer long and all like in like a couple months into school. In Reading, Pennsylvania, there was this rash of car thefts that was just an issue. And they were like, this is obviously a car
ring,
a gang.
Death ring, yeah.
Dog, it was my brother. It was just my brother. It was Bobby Burkhead. Dude, it was like Robert Burkhead. It was just him.
So did he have, when he jacked the cars, did he fucking, I'm assuming he had like somebody that worked at a chop shop. Because it's one thing to steal cars. Because we did have a kid in our town that was, I guess, kind of mentally retarded.
Yeah.
But he stole a few cars.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything with them. He literally stole them just because he could. Mm-hmm. And they were returned. Mm-hmm. He was in trouble. I remember there was a few times, like as he got older, he's probably in jail for doing something now.
Yeah.
I remember him being sent to disciplinary school and then coming back and he's just like, yeah, they fucking sent me away. And we're like, why'd you do? He's like, I could.
Yeah, that was my cousin who keeps coming up, Trennis. He was that guy.
Yes. Yeah.
But my brother, so he started off kind of just stealing cars for the purpose of joyrides.
Sure.
Then some local people got wind of it and they were like, dude, steal cars for us. And
steal cars for money.
That's how he got caught. He didn't get caught until he actually
started committing money crime.
Yeah. Well,
fun crime is different.
Yeah, it was like first he was just like committing joy crimes.
Yes, joy crimes.
Then he became part of the criminal underworld.
Yeah.
And nobody was protecting him.
Nobody wants crime for the love of the game.
Dude, I mean, he
did, but like it's kind of like the tax man.
Yeah.
You know? You can't do this just for your own enjoyment. You need to get some money out of this, and we need to start figuring out how to fucking pay you so you can pay us for pretend. Like it's what the fuck, man.
Now I'm worried about not getting cars. Yeah. Before I never even thought about that. Now I have a quota when before I was just having a good time. All of that.
When I went to community college for stealing cars, I knew this was gonna. I wanted to make something, and they told me only 1% of you will be a professional car thief. A lot of you are just hobby.
Look to your left. Yeah. Look to your right. Because my dad stole cars and his dad stole cars.
I just had a gift,
Dude, some people have a gift. He had a gift,
man. I would love to. Like, would I love to steal a car? Okay, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Cars on the lot. Any car. What car are you stealing? If you could steal any car, not buy, steal.
Dude, and again, I hate that I have to go with my first answer. I don't even know what this car is called, right? But it's in Philly. They use it for those share rides a lot, and it's that really tiny car that only has enough room for the door. It looks like a little go-kart, but it's kind of high.
Oh, yeah.
There's like really tiny car, like smaller than a Mini Cooper from front to back, but then higher than a Mini Cooper from wheels to ceiling. Do you know what? I don't know the name of that car.
I know what you're talking about. Dude, I just don't know what it's called.
It basically looks like the front of a car.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, you could put that car in your backpack.
Yeah. You could.
That's the car I'm stealing.
Walk away with that car. So I think like if I was going to... why would you steal a car? Just for funzo? Just for like, because it doesn't seem like there's a real practical application.
Well, there is, because if you get chased in the city by a cop, you have now more getaway access because you can go up on the sidewalk, get back down onto the street.
Gotcha.
You can do all sorts of. You're basically a person. You're basically on foot.
Got you.
But with the speed of a car. Well, probably not a fast car.
Sure.
But I like the idea of basically I want to play tag with the cops.
I can appreciate that. I think if I was going to do anything, I'd want a low speed chase, but like where I could go a little bit. Like I want to be able to go faster than 30, but like I want to max out at like 35. I know it. Like I want to be able to like, yeah, I can only.
Wait, so what color? Because my even though as my car is only going up to like 55 miles per hour max speed, it's still red.
It's still red. You got a fast car.
Dude, I got a fast car. I mean, well, it's not necessarily a fast car, but the spirit of it is fast because of I'm just using it to basically.
You're dipsy dude.
I'm doing tricks.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm shaking and baking.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's very good for shaking and baking. So in context, it's kind of fast. I'm juking cop cars with my car. Dude, I'm breaking cop cars' ankles. Cop cars are like falling to the side. yeah, dude. You got other cars watching cop cars fall, like, oh shit! Like Kia Sedonas are like, oh.
You're taking the tire off the cop car.
Yeah.
Bouncing it off their head.
You got Honda Civics running around like, I got him.
Damn. If I was gonna steal, and it'd either be like a low speed chase car, and not even a car. I just think it would be. I kept thinking like, yo, I know I'd be in trouble, and I know if I stole this vehicle, I'd definitely be caught.
Yeah,
but like it would be. On the news, like what? Like people would be like, "He stole this. We still don't know why he did it, and that he thought he could get away." So on the Ben Franklin Bridge, when you're driving on,
like to New Jersey or from New Jersey,
both.
Okay,
coming back
either
and
direction.
Forth. There are plastic dividers that like open one lane. You know exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Dude, we need to link up.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, motherfucker.
Yeah, keep going. But I like what you're saying, but in the end of this, we're going to link up, and boy, are we going to have a good time with my little car and yours.
The divider, for those who don't know, there is and it's an amazing machine. So when certain lanes are closed to allow for the flow of traffic, what they do is they have this little, I don't even know what it's called. I call it.
It's like a zipper car.
Yeah, it's a zip. Yeah. I call it the divider, but the zipper is that's a way more applicable name. So like what it does is it just drives in like these things, like they go in the front, they kind of move to the side and they come out, like it shits these little cones out. But for a while, I was like, I've seen it only in operation one time.
So real quick, to extend the lane, the zipper opens, and to pull that lane back towards the median, the zipper closes.
It goes to and from. And I've only seen it in operation once, and it was snail's pace. And I was like, man. But the guy behind it part of me, I wanted to I'm on the bridge.
Yeah,
but part of me wanted to slow down. I'm like, yo, open her up, dude. I was like, let's see. Let's see how fast she can go.
Honk the horn, dude. Yeah.
But
it's basically a Zamboni machine.
Without a doubt. It's like a fucking Zamboni without the ice. So
it's a Lamboni. Lamboni
That's
machine.
what I want. Like, I would steal that and see how far I could get until the cops are like, dude, what are you? I don't even think, sure, I'd probably be, it pulled from the vehicle. But I also think as I'm being taken out, put in cuffs, the cop like, what the fuck are you doing? And I don't even think it would be like a super, get out now.
Dude, the vehicle moves so slow that when they take you out and they cuff you, they look at it for like a minute to see whether or not it stopped.
Yeah, it's
They're like, wait, did we stop that? Wait, look, wait, keep watching. I think it stopped.
We're not sure
Maybe
yet.
it's still going.
Hold on, let me back up.
Yeah. You have to back up. You have to back up from the cuffing in the car.
Hold on.
You have to get down on your stomach on the ground and measure. Yeah.
Is this moving? Yeah, I would steal that. And then the other...
By the way, because before you get to your other vehicle, if you stole that vehicle and I have my little cart, you can help me evade the police by making them go directions they're not supposed to go.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You can give them medians.
Sure.
I mean, we'll have to
that'd be so funny. It's like, no, you think you're getting me? Lane closed, motherfucker.
In about 30 minutes, you're going to have to go right.
I guess this traffic jam is coming up. Yeah, it would be so sick to steal one of those just for everyone would be like, we don't know why he did it. Like, just to have people like, we don't. And then the other thing I would love, and I don't know if I'd be able to operate it. And it comes down to two. One, I'm sure I'd be able to drive. And the other one, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you'd be able to figure it out, but I don't know how far I get. I would love to steal a monster truck, like a bona fide fucking car crushing monster truck.
Yeah, of
would
course.
Be so sick.
Yeah.
Just and not I bought it. I mean, I was at Monster Jam and someone left the keys in Gravedigger, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And I just drive out of the stadium.
And the security guards weren't watching the entrance point.
They're eating sandwiches. They're just like, wait, what was that?
Yeah.
That would be so sick to just get out in the parking lot.
Yeah, because first of all, you wandered into that area, didn't even know that Gravedigger was going to be there with the keys.
Did not
know. Nobody just stopped you because your mustache looked official enough that somebody thought you were a staff member that took your shirt off to take a break.
This is actually my fantasy with this.
Yeah.
I walk in, I'm standing there, and someone's like, hey, man, can you park? They toss me the keys. Hey, man, Gravedigger needs to be over there. Are you cool to do that? I'm like, oh, yeah.
That is a sick 80s fantasy. Being mistaken for a valet for the exact vehicle you want.
Come on.
That is I don't even think people have that dream.
Yeah, I don't think that happens anymore.
That's an antiquated fantasy.
Yeah.
We got to bring that back.
Dude, and just the scene, almost like from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where they're driving the car and they're going off the hill. They're like, yeah. Doing that in a monster truck? Come on.
You know what ended the fun of that?
Fuck on. What?
Wokeness ended because now if somebody throws me the keys and I'm not actually the valet.
Oh, yeah.
Not even me. Other people around me would
You just assume because he's a black man.
Like, dude, shut up. I'm trying to get in this little car.
I'm trying to.
Just be quiet.
This is a smart car? It goes 30 miles an hour. I'm trying to tear ass through the city. Yeah, I would.
Use that car that if you slam the door hard enough, it might tip over?
It actually will disappear.
Yeah.
It goes into a different dimension.
Don't slam my door.
It just goes yeah, don't slam the door.
No, don't slam it. Don't slam it.
And then you come back like, sir, it's like you slammed the door.
Yeah.
Well, it's in a parallel universe now.
Yeah, it's in Chester County now.
You don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
I've lost 3 of these fucking things. I don't know where they're at.
No idea where they go.
Turns out one ended up in Egypt. And I think there's a connection.
There's obviously a connection.
Got to be a connection.
It's the ley lines.
Yes.
You're on a ley line.
No, but the guy who has a car that goes into a parallel dimension does not call them ley lines. He calls them dragon lines. Like the Japanese, he calls them the dragon lines.
Oh.
That's what he calls them.
Very honorable.
He's like, wait a minute.
The dragon
I
lines.
went on the dragon line. Damn it. And you're like, what's that? It's like, it's a line that runs. It's parallel to the equator.
Yeah.
It runs. If you look the way the pyramids are lined up, they're on dragon lines. Come on.
Yeah. If you thought stepping on a crack would ruin your day.
This is bad news.
Dude, this is...
I have 3 cars.
yeah.
But yeah, I would steal a monster truck. And then the other car that I would love to just acquire through felonious means is a DeLorean. I would like someone's like, yo, man, we got to get this car out of here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, yo, you got to drive this. I don't know if I'd be able to turn down that crime. I really don't think I'd be able. If someone came to me and they were like, and I knew them well enough where they were, lifting the veil of their criminal enterprise.
Yeah.
And they're like, Shane, I need your fucking help. Like, we got to move this. I'd be like, yeah, I don't want to fucking be involved. It's like, look, all you have to do is drive this DeLorean. You wouldn't even need to tell me where.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, a DeLorean?
Dude, you're only 1 degree of separation from that criminal enterprise.
I know.
I know a guy. I think I could get you in a DeLorean.
I think you need to do that now.
Yeah.
I would definitely drive.
Do they come in other colors or are they just silver?
So, from what I understand, you can get a custom paint job on DeLoreans. Whether or not those are... I know they... So, the DeLorean had like a fucking renaissance in fucking... I guess it was actually right before the pandemic. People were like going apeshit about DeLoreans, and I don't remember why.
Okay.
But they were, talking about, and then there were people that were not building like actual DeLoreans. They weren't DeLoreans. They were like knockoff DeLoreans, but they were DeLoreans. They were DeLorean light, but they were.
If it's a DeLorean body, it's a DeLorean because that's what you get it for.
Exactly.
So nobody even knows what's under the hood.
I think there was only one person like the sound system.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Only plays Huey Lewis. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. But yeah, I think. So another thing I found out that. There was, I think there was a documentary. I think it was called like The Quest or something, and it was all about a dude. So dudes who are like big time DeLorean heads, what they do is they don't just buy a DeLorean outright. Yeah. They buy parts and put it together piece by piece.
Damn.
And there are some people like, yo, I have these 2 DeLorean doors. I have this fucking quarter panel. I have this. I have that. And they like over time acquire the pieces to put together a DeLorean. I have heard rumors, and I don't know if these are true, in California where the DeLorean plant was, someone still owns that property and has, absorbed back stock of DeLorean parts.
Yeah.
And if you have the bread, you can have them build you a brand new DeLorean. It might cost you fucking whoever knows how much.
Yeah.
But you could get a off the lot motherfucking DeLorean. And I mean, I don't know.
You can get a 2026 1986 DeLorean. That's crazy.
Negative miles on it, Like I think I would do that in like if I again, it kind of blows my mind when you see dudes like I don't know, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Like they're driving these cool fancy cars, sure.
Yeah.
No one's having fun with this?
I think they're all having fun.
No, they're having fun, but I'm saying like I'm Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
I am worth billions with a B. I have liquid funds at all times. I also have so much money that even if I were to hemorrhage for a year or more, like millions of dollars for a year, I'd still be okay. Yeah, I'd show up somewhere in a fucking DeLorean. Why not? Who gives it? Like, it's kind of like, dude, you have the opportunity to buy and make a brand new DeLorean. Why are you not driving around in the car from Back to the Future?
I'm looking up now to see what famous people have DeLoreans.
Oh, celebrities that still have them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Varney had a DeLorean.
I know Jim Varney. I know Ernest had a DeLorean.
Yeah.
Dude, this picture of him. That's the other thing. I don't care who you are. If your picture of you, like, sitting one leg out with the door open in a DeLorean, it doesn't matter if you're the best actor or the worst actor in the world. You're crushing it.
Yeah.
That is such a sick photo.
Kenny Rogers.
Not surprising as well.
Yeah. And Jimmy Osmond.
Oh, not Donny Osmond?
I don't know them. I don't have a distinction of them in my mind.
So Donny and Marie Osmond were...
Doesn't help.
I'm going to explain. They were very popular in the 70s. They were a brother-sister musical duo.
Remember, I do know that.
That went on to have success with, like... Remember like in the late 70s, early 80s, variety shows were like, you needed one. Like if you were famous, you had a variety show. They had a variety show, and they got kind of famous for that. Marie Osmond went on to do some acting. I don't know if Donny Osmond, he had like a solo singing career, but I don't know if that fucking went anywhere.
Yeah.
They were just like, they were like of the time. They could not exist anywhere else but that time.
I know them as an institution more than anything.
Sure.
But I have no familiarity with the institution.
I couldn't tell you. Oh, I can tell you one song that you may know, and the only reason I know it is it has been parodied over and over again, and not parodied like where they change the lyrics. It's just like other goofy celebrities will do it.
I feel like you're already defending yourself against the zesty allegations for this song,
and people will be like, "How would you know that?"
Okay, gotcha. I could feel that in my heart, by the way.
But I will also tell you, remember in the 90s, one of the biggest daytime commercials were compilations of major hits of the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Where they would just be like, "Oh, do you remember these classic hits?" And it's like they're doing the songs.
And then it says Donny and Marie.
Yeah, and it's coming down.
Do I remember this commercial? And I remember
yes!
Whoa, hold on. Calm down. I do not remember the song. But I do remember in that commercial, and they're saying names and songs and names.
You'll get the Osmonds.
And then, dude, I very specifically remember that. But like I said, I don't remember the song.
And I remember the clip because they were not only playing the song, they were playing like a clip of each artist on stage, like kind of singing it. And it was Donny and Marie. They were on a stage.
And there's like a disco ball behind
Yeah, and they were like, "I'm a little bit country. Yeah. I'm a little bit rock and roll." Yeah. That is the Osmonds.
I remember that.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics of any of that song, but I do know.
But you're right. I'll give it to you. It's been parodied so many times that song is kind of like tattooed on our psyches.
Without a doubt.
Not necessarily knowing why it's there. But it's there for everybody.
It's just there.
Everybody, whether they are or they're not, everybody's a little bit country and everybody's a little bit rock and roll.
But the one thing that does stick out too, and I would say, like, if I ever, had that like memory in my head of that commercial with Donny and Marie Osmond, there was a point in the commercial where it's video of them singing the song, like in their sequin fucking dumb outfits.
Yeah.
But like, she goes, "I'm a little bit country," and he goes, "I'm a trifle bit rock and roll," and she goes, "Stop it."
Yeah.
Dude, it is burned into my brain.
I would love to see that kind of modern day version of that song where it's like, I'm a little bit uber violent gangster rap, and then I'm a little bit ex-stripper rap twerk music. And it's like, oh, nigga, please.
I mean, dude, I think if you give it time, that'll show up. However, I'm only saying that because I'm of that ilk.
Yeah, it would be mumble rap and twerk music. I'm a little bit mumble rap,
but I honestly think if you brought that up to not even your kids are younger, if you went to anyone under 30 years old, or fuck it, under 35, and you're like, complete this. I'm a little bit country. They would have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
No, my kids would be like, yeah, you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, you are, Dad.
They would just say that. They wouldn't be able to complete the...
They think I am a country bumpkin. They think because
like
when
purple shirt?
Dude, I have no idea what this is. They think that the suburb that they're growing up in, which is this one, is so much more suburban than where they saw like myself and their mom grow up. Their mom is like mountain folk to them. Sure. And I am like farm folk to them.
Man, all that farmland in Pottstown.
Well, not now, but there used to be.
There used to be.
Like when I was growing up, and that was the problem. I kept showing them old pictures of Pottstown.
Yeah.
And then when they go see new pictures, like when they go see Pottstown now,
yeah,
they go, it feels so much more modern compared to the version that I was showing them.
Yeah.
So in their mind, I'm from like the version of Pottstown that was in black and white.
Yeah.
They don't know that like I was in like the digitally remastered Technicolor version of Pottstown. Like that's where I started.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they think I'm so country.
That doesn't make any sense. You don't have any real country tendencies about you. You don't.
What their argument is because I don't put lotion on my feet, so my feet are often ashy. They will challenge me to take my shoe and sock off at any given moment to prove what they're saying about
lotion on your feet.
Yeah,
that is what,
dude. They just want that. You know how like when you just want to be able to label your parents something that they hate.
I guess so.
Or you want to be able to make. You have this idea of what was their past. And you want to make it stick somehow. And you find all these little things that point to it.
My dad doesn't lotion his feet. He's country as hell.
Dude, when you say it like that, that sounds like a very country activity.
But also, it sounds like a country activity.
Yeah.
Also sounds like an activity. I'm like, does that happen in the country? I feel like, does that...
Well,
that's a weird stereotype I didn't even know existed.
Keep in mind that in the country, you're going to have different ethnic stereotypes.
Sure.
Because if you, like a white guy lotioning his feet in the country is gay.
That's very, yeah.
You don't want to get caught.
I see, that was my other thing too, is like, are you sure they don't think you're just not gay? Like, he doesn't lotion his feet. I'm like, yeah, that seems like not a gay behavior.
Yeah.
Lotioning your feet. If someone even told me, it's like, yo, I got to lotion my feet every day, I'd be like, burns? Nah. Like, was it burns that you had, or is something going on? That would be my first question.
Yeah.
It's like,
is it a salve or an ointment?
A medical problem.
Yeah.
That would be, but it's like, no, I'm trying not to be ashy. I'd be like, dude, you're kind of gay.
Yeah, dude, the ashy, like being ashy in the black community is
it's
tough.
A faux pas.
It's a faux, only because you need to be. We need some propaganda every now and again for some things, because people won't take it upon themselves to do the right thing always.
Sure.
So sometimes you need propaganda to move a community towards what's right.
Yes.
Right?
I don't remember the PSAs at the end of G.I. Joe talking about this. I don't remember Roadblock being like, you gotta put ashy, you be ashy, motherfucker.
Well, see, so you learn early on, especially when you're getting roasted, even if a person wasn't ashy, you would roast them for being ashy. That's one of the first, I think, one of the first roasts that you master as a hood kid. Is you master the ashy roast.
Ash roast.
Then you master the hairline, right? Then you master the shoes, right? Then you master your mom's on welfare, and y'all ain't got no food at the house. And then and it's like it's a combination of either the last, like when you put the cherry on the top of your roast mastery,
sure,
is when you get to financial status in the house and beyond.
Yes.
Right? And the clothes that this person is wearing. That's the hardest one because a lot of people in the hood, no matter their financial status, are pretty fresh.
Sure.
Like the like most people are dripping at a high level. So if you can start,
who doesn't love painted rust?
Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
I know, dude.
That's what every low income area in America is painted rust.
Painted rust.
No matter what, dude. It's like the amount of fanfare for when Jordans come out.
Dude, nuts.
Insane.
Nuts stuff, dude.
So I worked at a Foot Locker one time.
Yeah.
And dog, Jordan season. And I worked at a Foot Locker. I worked at the Coventry Mall at a Foot Locker. After I graduated from high school, I went to college for a year, got kicked out in that time, worked at Foot Locker, worked at Boscov's.
What years did you work at Foot Locker and Boscov's?
So I went to 98 is when I graduated from high school, which means 99 to 2000 is when I went to freshman year. So 2000 to 2001 is when I worked at Boscov's and Foot Locker.
Okay. All right. Because I worked at the Coventry Mall too. I was just wondering if there was any crossover.
When'd you work? Where'd you work?
I worked at the Habitat.
Oh, with the raccoon penis earrings?
Yeah. All that.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. That shit. I worked there, but I worked there from 2004.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was already making terrible life choices by then.
I mean, I was making terrible life choices as well.
Yeah.
Right around that same time.
Yeah.
You know?
I was, it was crazy when, like, seeing people during the Jordan season that couldn't afford all the stuff they would buy. It was, people would drop like $800.
Nuts.
And they would get like a pair of Jordans to wear, a pair of Jordans to not wear. Then they have to get like the Jordan outfit.
Sure.
And dude, it was crazy.
I just never look, and I can't tell people how to spend their money.
I do.
But I don't understand that. I've never understood that.
Yeah.
I've never understood, like growing up, like we didn't have a lot of money. And if I was like, Mom, Jordan season, she'd be like, fuck you. Like my mom would just be like, fucking no. Like, what are you talking about? They wouldn't even come into her lap. I'm like, Mom, it's $800 for a pair of sneakers. She's like, her first question would be like, what do they do?
Well, they're fast. Look at them. They're red. They're black, white,
Mom, I don't think you understand how high I can jump in these things. And I need that vertical, Mom.
Dog.
I need the vertical.
Dude, in the 80s and 90s, if you didn't at least care about your vertical, you were nobody. Dude, you weren't even on the playing field if you didn't at least think about your vertical every now and again.
The only sneaker I remember really wanting was I wanted the pump. I wanted the pump up sneaker.
I had them.
I wanted them so bad.
Reebok pumps. I had them.
I wanted them so bad. I thought they were like the coolest fucking thing in the world. And then my pup up, he was like, I remember he took me like clothes shopping for my birthday, and he was like, which one do you want? He's like, oh, I'll take you sneakers. Your mom wants me to get you sneakers. I'm like, oh, Mom's not here to talk me out of this fucking retarded bullshit. Mm-hmm. Pup up will do it.
Oh, we pumping,
dude. I thought we was pumping.
Oh, we ain't pumping?
I thought we was pumping.
He instead of getting you the Reebok pumps, he got you the Adidas spare tires.
Dude, we go. Actually, it's so funny you're talking about. We go into that Foot Locker at the Coventry Mall, and I'm like, these. Now keep in mind, these were white sneakers. Mm-hmm. I'm a boy.
Yeah.
There's no like anything white that I had was destroyed in milliseconds. Sure. And I remember being like, these are the ones. Mm-hmm. And my pup first, I mean, I was like, his first, I was like, they're white.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but he's like, Ryan, they're white. Like he was just like, you can't, your mom would kill me. So then I'm like, can I just like, and the one guy, then this dude's like, well, we also have them in like black.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you. I was like, he's got them in black. He's like, all right, let's try them on. I'm like, I don't need to.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like, I don't even.
You can make them fit.
Yeah, it's like,
you pump
sir,
them.
the technology
Yeah.
is it's what astronauts wear. So we get them. The guy brings them out. I put them on, and I'm like, yeah, oh fuck yeah. I'm like, checked it, and my pub was like, so okay. He's like, do you even play basketball?
Yeah.
It's like, no. I was like, no.
I do
but
pump though.
I was like, I could though.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is giving me the option, and I pumped them up. I remember pumping them, and dude, every squeeze that I took on this shoe, I was getting looks of just like, my pump up was like, and this is what I fought in World War II for. Like, dude, just the look of just like, oh
yeah,
man. Come on.
Yeah. Listen, don't be fighting in wars if you don't want the people you're fighting for to do whatever they want.
It was crazy. And he was just like, and I remember looking up at him, and for a second, and my pup was just like, fucking no. Like, he's like trying to talk to me. And I'm like, man, if my dad was here, my dad would be like, my dad would have lost his fucking mind for the pump.
They were the DeLorean of sneakers.
He would have lost it. And I know, like, but see, my dad didn't have the money to buy me Reebok pumps. I know my pup did.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is, my pup was like, he was like a no nonsense dude. This was classic nonsense to him. He's like, and then I was like, well, I want like, I need a cool basketball shoe. No, I'm not playing basketball.
Yeah.
At all. He's like, cool basketball shoe, a basketball shoe. I was like, yeah. He's like, we can do that.
Yeah. He cut a basketball in half.
Dude, if he is
on it, you're walking around with basketballs on your feet, like crudely tied up. And then like you didn't have enough laces for the whole shoe, so there's like tape.
Yeah, it's definitely duct tape.
It's duct tape on one of the shoes.
No, they sends the dude back. Like, I see him go talking to the dude. He's like, and he leaves and he's like, he's gonna bring out all basketball. Chuck Taylors. Come right out. And I put him on my feet, and he's like, now that's a basketball shoe.
Almost the opposite of a pump. They are
antithesis
of a
pump.
Deflated shoes.
Yeah. It's just one hard piece of rubber surrounded by canvas.
It's like, it sucks. It's like it's like the Converse suck instead of the pump. It's the craziest.
And they took the pumps away, and I'm like, yeah, I guess he's like, and then keep in mind, my pup, not like, I've never heard him ever talk about sports.
Yeah.
But then he's like, these ones, they changed the game. Like, when you talk about basketball, like, we'll go back and look at any pictures of anybody playing basketball for the last 50 years. What are they wearing?
Dude, that's only because before Chuck Taylor's, they were playing basketball in dress shoes. It was like,
they were using a wicker basket for the basket.
You know what I mean? There was a short time where they innovated the dress shoes and put taps on them. And they were playing basketball in tap shoes. Dude, the sound of basketball used to be crazy. It was Broadway. It was basically
it was
Broadway.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I miss the squeaking.
Oh, the squeaking.
I miss the squeaking. There's no squeaking.
There's still squeaking.
Is there squeaking?
There's squeaking. You don't really hear it anymore. I don't know why you don't hear it anymore.
I think they took it away.
I think they scrub it out in post.
Why?
Because they don't want us to have nostalgia. They don't want us to be attached to a better time.
The squeaking. Dude, I remember watching a basketball game on TV, and it was just like, it sounded like a fucking record being scratched. It was fucking nuts.
So every Foot Locker, almost every shoe store period, like Schuylkill Valley, like
the
Country Mall, every shoe store at one point reconfigured their floor so that there was a section you can test the squeak. Like, that was an important part of the shoe. You would go, all right, now go make it squeak. You would go to that part of the floor and go make it squeak.
That's how you knew they were working.
That's the test drive.
That's the test drive.
That's the only thing you needed it to do.
Stopping.
Yeah, dude, back then, we barely needed shoes to stay on our feet. Remember how often shoes used to fly off our feet?
Dude.
Dude, it used to be like it happened so often that it was part of the vernacular. Getting your socks knocked off.
Sure.
Was part, like you could your shoes would come off if you fell. Your shoes would come off if you got scared. Your shoes would come off if somebody surprised you. Do you know what I mean? If your mom made your favorite food and you went home with like pizza, your shoes would fly straight off.
I think the coolest time, or my favorite time seeing shoes fly off is when you get into an altercation with your buddy. Mm-hmm. And then they like decide to kick at you, and their shoe flies over your head and goes somewhere over a fence or something.
And then you like take your shoe and throw it somewhere further.
It's the best.
You got to grab your own laces and run after it so your shoes don't fall off.
I learned a long time to tie those motherfuckers tight, dude.
I used to squeeze my toes and like grip my shoes. So
dude.
Or put that little wedge in them so it's like it like blocks. You know, that was a crazy time for shoes.
They were big, and they did fly off.
They flew off all the time. So my favorite time, it was this chick, Tabitha. I'm not gonna put out her last name out there, but Tabitha. She was one of these people that sucked at gym class, but always made an effort.
Oh, she was trying.
She was trying. She just wanted.
She was a team player.
She was kind of a team player.
She was a team player. She knew that she was unathletic, but still gave 100. Like she was almost like a cheerleader in a way.
She wanted the grade.
Of course,
she was a straight A student, and and that's what she was.
Yeah,
she was a not a goody two shoes, but she was a teacher's pet in almost every class. Student. She just wanted the good grade, right? And man, she used to get targeted in dodgeball like you wouldn't believe. A little bit of a plus size lady. Not much of a moving target, but was a moving target. You still be able to give yourself credit for hitting a moving target.
The zipper car.
Dude, she was.
Did you have to do this on the court? Is she moving?
Yeah.
I don't know if she is.
No, and then there was we had two of them. We had a fat one and a skinny one. I hate to use the word fat, but for easy definition, a fat one and a skinny one. Tabitha, you were the fat one. It is what it is.
Sure.
And then Erica was the skinny one. And dog, there was a day where both of them got hit in the face with the ball.
Best.
Fell, shoes off. And it was very different with each shoe off situation because Erica, the skinny one, she had no weight to resist getting hit by the ball. So she would get hit by the ball in the face and she would fly back like a Matrix movie every single time. So when her shoes flew off, they would like be
like she was going
right.
I know.
So they would fly. Dude, Tabitha, she got hit in the face with the ball and she like fell back, but she's a heavy lady. She didn't fly back, but she fell back and she like slipped out of her shoes. It was like her feet. Like she landed, her feet were up in the air, right in front of, like right in behind her shoes. Like they were like it was. You know how like when you take your shoes off at home and you leave them there?
It looks like someone just disappeared.
She looked. It looked like she got teleported out of her shoes and then right next to her shoes.
Holy shit! That.
Dude,
is rich.
She got hit in the face with a dodgeball and then slipped into something more comfortable.
Was she on a fainting couch? I'm glad to be relaxing here in gym class. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Did we do it?
I think we did.
We definitely did it.
Yeah, we did it.
We definitely did. We definitely declared war on cutting in line.
Mm-hmm.
And the sneaker industry.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I think that, I need to get new sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
I every pair of sneakers I get, they become the shit kickers.
I
don't wear any. Like I have one pair.
Yeah.
And I just fucking ride them into the ground. And I've been walking a lot more recently, and I'm seeing that like the middle part of the sole is starting to wear down, and I fucking so fucking like
so mine become they go from like walking around shoes to shoes that I will work out in, to shoes that I cut the lawn in.
Yeah, that's the normal That's the lifespan of shoes.
Yeah.
Their golden years are green.
That's the paternal progression.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
And if you guys are enjoying this sneakerhead talk and you want to get part of it, make sure you get on the Patreon. You get a bonus episode. You get a secret unreleased episode. Become part of the community, all for just $3. It's a fucking goddamn deal, or a cuffin' God slam deal. You know, it's an amazing thing. You should check out
That's
Sidney.
the first cuff you use. You've been fucking all over this episode.
It's all right. I don't cuff, dude.
Yeah.
I don't cuff. But you can cuff with us up in Connecticut on the 27th of March. Sidney and I are going to be doing a co-headline show for Filthy Comedy with Aya Shamay. It's going to be an amazing time. Make sure you pick up the book Solomon. Over 350 copies sold.
Oh, damn.
Please get on that. It'll fund the next book I'm writing called 73 Seconds of Bogota. Please help us out with that. We do this every Sunday. I've been Ryan Shannon. This has been Sidney Gantt, and this has been World War Fun. We'll see you next time.